What's going down, y'all? So listen, I know that y'all are here. Hold on. Alright, my bad. I know that y'all are here thinking that I'm about to give y'all P-Valley because I'm still late for it. But bitch, I ain't here to give y'all that. I'm here to give y'all Greenleaf from last night. Because baby, the 7th day was the tea, honey. I'm wearing all black for a reason, and I'm going to let y'all know what part of the video y'all need to go and get y'all black dress, black hat, black scarves, black shoes, black gloves, because it's going to be a whole lot of sad singing and flower bringing down to the end of this. So Gigi goes to bail Darius out of Shawshank. Apparently, Bob Whitmore and all of them, girl, that got this man on trumped up charges, honey. Talking about how he was high off of PCP, drunk, public intoxication, DUIs, and and we all know that that was all some fake or phony fragging bull crap, because they're trying to do any and everything that they can to make Bob Whitmore look good in the public eye so that he can run for his spot for the Senate. Bishop wants to get married, and he gives Lady Mae the ring that he gave her one time before, when she had said yes. But then Lady Mae came through and said that she wants to sell some of the land and give Tara the money from that. And he basically says, hell no, we won't go. That's not what we doing. Me doing that is basically admitting that I had something to do with their father's demise. And so she was like, well, if you're not willing to do that, then I'm not willing to say we're going to get married tomorrow. We're just going to wait until Flag Day come. And of course he gets mad and he gets upset and he storms out, as he very well should be. I mean, you know, Lady Mae, well, girl, listen, Lady Mae, look, you better be glad things happened the way that they did. And I'm going to get to why down to the end of this when I let y'all go to get your black dress, black veil, black shoes, black gloves, and So Zora still wants to move to New York. You know, I don't know what she's going to go down there to New York to do. I honestly don't. She says she wants to go down there for school or whatnot. I mean, I don't trust Zora no further than I could throw her. Y'all know I don't really care for that little girl like that. But I'm with Jacob. Jacob, listen, just cancel your tickets. I'll still get you a ticket. There's some stuff going on right now. I'm trying to handle one thing at a time. Your mama divorcing me. Your mama leaving me. That's already going to be some monies that I'm going to have to dish out. Now you expect for me to pay your way to New York. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I'm with him. Girl, stop rushing him. Because, see, if you had your own, if you knew better, you do better. I hate when people do that. They want to ask you for something, but then want to rush you to get it. No, ma'am. So AJ comes to the house to start work on the car, and Bishop struggles to remember what he's there for, but he finally came to his senses and realized what he was there for. I like AJ. And I really hope when this spinoff comes off, and I got an idea or an inkling of what this spinoff might be, and we're going to get down to that when that time comes. But we're just going to move on. He just there to try to work on the car and this, that, and this. So Gigi and Aaron go to Calvary and tell them that they have a temporary injunction to stop the demolition before they start it. Jacob calls Clarissa about whether or not she knew the truth, that these people were really H&H, and she told the truth. You know, Clarissa, you make it really hard for people to like you, and you make it really hard for people to be on your side. And, you know, if you had any hopes that Jacob was just going to change his mind about this divorce, I'm more than sure now it'll never happen. Because you didn't just cross him once, you crossed him twice. And don't get me wrong, rightfully so. Jacob been laying the low and spreading it wide with so many women the entire time and the entire duration of your marriage. So I totally get you wanting to get some get back at Jacob. I get it. But look at what your get back did to everybody else. That's all I'm saying. Moving right on along. Bishop talking to AJ about God and what it really means to be saved. I'm really glad that they did that, and I feel as though that's what AJ needed. And it ain't just AJ, a lot of people need that. Just because you saved don't mean you perfect. And just because you saved don't mean that you're just going to have the riches and glory and everything in your life is going to go right. No, you're still going to go through trials. You're still going to go through tribulations. You still are going to go through temptations because that's life. There's no perfect being but God and Jesus Christ. All the rest of us are men and women. And we sin and fall short every day. Just because you saved don't mean you're going to be exempt from that. You know, the only thing that he asks you to do is to try your best while you're here. That's it. That's it. That's all. And it's not hard. All you have to do is say you believe in the Father and Son of Jesus Christ and that he died for you, you know, and rose again on the third day. Boom. You saved right there. And try your best to live your life as right as you possibly can. That don't mean you're not going to stumble and fall. But when you do stumble and fall, you repent, you get back up, and you go on with it. I was here for it. Noah and Gigi go to see the old caretaker, and they find out that Daryl James was Mrs. Davis' son. And I said, oh, okay, right. So, you know, now it makes sense why she left him that house the way that she did. But then when she died, we're going to get down to that in a minute. Because I'm overstepping. We're going to get there in a minute. Gigi comes home and tells them what the caretakers told her and Noah. And he calls Rochelle and Tara down to the house and let them know what they learned. And in the middle of them trying to talk to Tara and Rochelle, that's when Jacob comes downstairs and said that, you know, Charity took it upon herself to email everybody to come down to the church to get down to the bottom of this Bob Whitmore and Eden Landon nonsense and this, that, and this, and that over 100 people already responded and are down at the church now, so they need to go on ahead and go and see what she got up under her sleeve. So Gigi, Darius, and Charity go down to the church to shed light on what Bob Whitmore and Judy got going on. And then that's when Bishop comes in and tells the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help him God, and I'm glad he did. You know, you can't win when you play dirty. As much as I don't like Nimi leaking, you know, she need to take her own damn advice. But that was the best advice Nimi could have ever said on national television because it is the absolute truth. I think she said it to Phaedra that season. You can't win when you play dirty, Bob. You can't win when you play dirty, Judy. You can't win when you play dirty, Alfredo sauce, your chlamydia ridden carrying ass, wetback bitch. Anyway, Bishop comes in and he tells the whole truth. He said, listen, and he lets them know, look, I was not responsible for that man being done up in that fire. I had nothing to do with that. His mother came to me and said, listen, I love what you're doing. I love the work that you're doing. I love your church house. And I want to do something good before I die. And he says the only sin that he ever committed was basically out of greed, and because of his greed, that's why they had to deal with the likes of a Bob Whitmore, Judy, Harmony and Hope, and this, that, and this. But as far as Daryl James go, he had nothing to do with that man dying in the fire. What I believe happened is, I honestly believe that mama set it up. I honestly believe that mama did not want people to know that she had sex with a black man and had that black man baby. So she had that house torched with his black ass in it. She's riddled with guilt because she killed that damn man, or because she did not want the white people to know that she wanted that black devil dick. Okay? And so to try to make a wrong situation right, she went to a black man who had a church and was trying to do something good and says, listen, I want to do something to bless y'all so that I can right a wrong that I did before I die. That's what I believe happened. And that's why they got that house. That's why he was able to build that church. So Rochelle, Tara, Basie, all of y'all, get over it. That had nothing to do with the bishop and everything to do with your white ass grandmammy that killed y'all damn daddy. Blame her. Don't blame them. Moving on. Phil goes to apologize to Charity and tells her that he still loves her, but she will never trust him with his heart again. And even though I'm still on the outs with Charity, I'm so glad Charity finally decided to grow a damn brain. Now, it's a damn shame it took 5 years to do it, but I'm finally glad that she grew a damn brain. And listen, I was all here for Charity. Look at what you was willing to throw away and lose just so that you can make it to the top. And it's the same thing that I did. We both learned the lesson in this. You lost me and I damn near lost my family. I can't take no more losses. I already done lost my first husband, Kevin, to a man. I lost a daughter. I lost Jabari. And now I done lost you to this. I'm sick of losing. I'm sick of giving my heart out to people that just don't deserve it. And I thank you for your apology. And now maybe you could be a real man and the right man that I knew you could be for the next woman. Because it's not going to be with this one. You better go off, Charity. I'm here for you. Now, I'm still with you, but I was here for you in that moment. Now, girl, this is where y'all need to go and get y'all black dress, black veil, black shoes, black gloves. Because Lady Mae, after all of that was said and done, they got their church back. They got their congregation back. They got rid of Bob Whitmore. They got rid of Rochelle and Tara once and for all. Their house is still theirs. Everything is good. So she puts on a nasty piece of lingerie to the best of her abilities because, it was tasteful for what it was. And she's spraying perfume, and then she comes in there and she lets Bishop know, in light of everything that went on, we got our life back, we got our church back, we got our freedom back. You have been vindicated. I want to marry you. Now it's the time for us to get married. And she realizes that he can't talk, and he can't talk because he had a heart attack. He's in the throes of a heart attack. And in the middle of her scrambling for the phone, calling 911, he asks for a pen. And he writes down on his Bible, I do. Basically letting her know that he does want to marry her. But then I'm more than sure he succumbed to his heart attack just by the way that it ended and by we seeing everybody all dressed in black on the next and final episode of the series finale. May Bishop James Greenleaf rest in peace. James, you was a good man while you was here. You got caught up in some things, but you was still a good man while you was here. You was a good man to your family. You was a good man to your wife. And it's really sad that man had to die like that. But I mean, they had to shake something up, which leads me to believe that the spinoff more than likely is going to dabble with Lady Mae. Now that she's free, single, sexy, and sweet, making her own money, looking for the right party. And if you're free, okay, spit your best game at her. If she like what she sees, maybe she'll let you share her damn fantasy because the bishop is gone. He night-night. He kicked the bucket. He pushing up daisies. He done gone to glory. Hallelujah. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. I'm really, for real, about to watch P-Valley. And get that out to y'all today. So then that way I could be all caught up. And I only have to worry about marriage boot camp tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday. All right, y'all. So until then, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye.
I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up. And I got my plane ticket. That push that be my starter kit.